Book Hornbill Poem Childhood, written by Marcus Nathan. Now, my dear students, childhood is the golden period of life. Nobody can deny that. And a child is very close to God. He or she is like an angel. And why the child is near to God? Because he is very, very innocent. He has not been corrupted by any evil, by any wickedness of this world. He is very innocent, very lovable. And when one gets old, naturally one regrets the loss of childhood. In this very, very simple poem, poet Marcus Nathan, she longs for the revival of her childhood. He is fed up with the evils of adult life. As the child grows in years and body as well as in mind, he loses that innocence, that simplicity. He starts questioning about old ideas, new ideas about the existence of hell and heaven. About he talks about so many things like love, brotherhood. He doesn't know. He asks about them, and then the poet search for his childhood, and it remains in vain. He doesn't get the answer where his childhood has disappeared. So we will see this in a very short poem. When did my childhood go? Was it the day I ceased to be 11? Was it the time I realized that hell and heaven could not be found in geography and therefore could not be? Was that the day? So the poet wonders, and he asks that when did his childhood go? He reflects that it was the day when he must have ceased to be 11, when he must have crossed the age of 11. Maybe it was the day, it was the stage when he realized that the hell or heaven, the concepts of hell and heaven, uh, he did not find them in any geography book. They did not exist in reality. उसे ये पता लगा कि ये तो real ही नहीं है. And therefore could not be, he could not locate them anywhere on the map. So poet realizes that he might have lost his childhood when he gained his rational outlook. जब वो rational हो गया, when he starts thinking that there are no hell and heaven, they are not in any geography book, and this is somewhere when he crossed the age of 11. Now, girls, see the rhyme scheme of this stanza. First, see the line, last word, go, O. Make it A. 11, it is a different sound, it will be B. Heaven, 11 is rhyming with heaven, so it will be B. So it is A, 11 B, heaven again B. Geography, very different from others, it will be C. Geography and B is same sound, so it will be C. And day, it is different from others, so it will be D. So the rhyme scheme of this stanza is A, B, B, C, C, and D. And you also see the third line. Was it the time I realized that hell and heaven? This is alliteration. H sound is repeated. Her sound. Now come down. Was that the day? That. The sound is repeated here. Now we come to the next stanza. When did my childhood go? Was it the time I realized that adults were not all they seemed to be? They talked of love and preached of love, but did not act so lovingly. Was that the day? Now, in this stanza, poet again reflects, again thinks that maybe the loss of his childhood occurred when he was able to see through the hypocrisy of the adults. Hypocrisy is when one says something and other believes in nothing. कहता कुछ है आदमी और करता कुछ है. Hypocrites they are called. So he realized that adults are not what they seem to be. What they seem to be means they talk differently, they believe, they think different, say differently, but they believe it. They करते वो दूसरा है. उनकी करनी और कथनी में फ़र्क है. These people, they follow double standards. Okay, they tell the children to be very, very loving, to be very, very caring to each other, sharing each other things with each other. But in fact, these adults, they fight with each other. They show violent behavior towards each other. They talked of love. वो प्यार की बातें तो करते हैं, of sharing, caring की बातें करते हैं. But they preached of love. They gave advice to others. वो sermons देते हैं. Preach means sermons, and they sermonized about love. Okay. But did not act so lovingly. But they do not act lovingly. They are very argumentative. They are discourteous. They are violent in nature. Was that the day? So poet again says that was the day when he realized that his trust was broken. बड़ों से उसका ट्रस्ट जो है वो ब्रेक हो जाता है कि नो, एडल्ट्स दे आर नॉट व्हाट दे सीम टू बी. एंड इट वाज द डे व्हेन ही रियलाइज्ड दैट एडल्ट्स आर हिपोक्रीट्स. उसको रियलाइजेशन होता है कि बड़े जो हैं वो हिपोक्रीट्स होते हैं. When did my childhood go? Was it when I found my mind was really mine, to use whichever way I choose, producing thoughts that were not those of other people, but my own, and mine alone? Was that the day? Then the poet says, when did my childhood go? He again asks the same question again and again. Was it when I found my mind was really mine? Now he realizes कि क्या वो टाइम था, उसका चाइल्डहुड चला गया जब उसको उसका माइंड अब वॉज माइंड मीन्स ही कैन नाउ थिंक इंडिपेंडेंटली. वो अब अपनी इंडिपेंडेंटली सोच सकता था, फॉर्मिंग हिज ओपिनियंस, टेकिंग हिज ओन डिसीजंस. जब उसका चाइल्डहुड चला गया, टू यूज़ विच एवर वे आई चूज़, जो जिस तरह से वो चाहता है उसको लगाना. प्रोड्यूसिंग थाट्स, ही वॉज प्रोड्यूसिंग दोज आइडियाज़ विच ही वॉन्टेड, that were not those of others, those ideas which were not of others, which were not thrusted upon him by others, but my own and mine alone. Was that the day? So poet says that was that the time when he gained a sense of individuality. उसमें वो individuality का sense आ गया, which had set him free from the opinions of others. Now his individual opinions, his experiences, they have shaped his opinions, his thoughts, and he realized that this might have been the time when he lost his innocence, when he lost his childhood. Now, dear girls, see again the second line of this. My mind was really mine. This is again an example of alliteration. Where did the childhood go? It went to some forgotten place that's hidden in an infant's face. That's all I know. And now in this stanza, the poet changes his question. He says, now he wonders where his childhood is gone. अब वो वंडर करता है वो गया कहाँ है इस बार, इस यहाँ पर. नॉट वेन, नाउ ही सेज वेयर, वो गया कहाँ है. ही थिंक्स दैट his childhood must have gone to some forgotten place, some unremembered place. The poet also says that childhood can be found. Now see, it went to some forgotten place that's hidden in an infant's face. Now he says his childhood has gone, can be found only on the face of innocent child. Who does not have any rationality, who doesn't have any hypocrisy. In other words, he wants to say the child's face is full of innocence, simplicity, and one can only find childhood on an infant's face. It cannot be found in any other place except the face of a child. Only a child is very, very innocent. He is very, very simple. Otherwise, childhood cannot be found. So we see, my dear girl, this poem is very, very interesting, giving us a great message that we have to, the poet has highlighted the virtue, greatest virtue, that is innocence. That how innocence is a great virtue in small children. And we all should be very, very innocent. We should be very, very simple. We should not be hypocrites. The greatest lesson which we get here is that we should not be hypocrites. We should, whatever we preach others, whatever we think, we should practice that only. जो हम दूसरों को sermonize करते हैं वही हमें मानना चाहिए. There should not be difference in our belief and our actions. So these are all the messages we get in life. We have to be very innocent. We have to be very childlike, very simple, very innocent, and of course not hypocrites. We should be true to what we are saying. So this is all in the poem. Thank you. Stay safe.